my God.
Is it good?
Seasoned food in England. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Oregano.
Oregano.
Do you get nervous? Do you get the stage fright?
Baby.
Angie's cracking that champagne right now.
Ask and you shall receive, honey. I like a shark cheese. I like an aged Parmesan. Child, I'm gonna watch this all the time. I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah, it's good. We love it.
I love this thing.
Yeah.
So I came back with $100,000.
Come on.
Which I went out there to get. I went out there to get it.
Oh, hello. Look, it's us. Welcome to Dish from Waitrose. I'm Nick Grimshaw.
And I'm Angela Hartnett.
And we are here for another episode of Dish.
Stop tapping the table.
You're the table tapper. Do you know what your thing is, which I've noticed?
What's my thing, Nick?
You could have been a DJ in a former life because you like this.
I spin a bit.
She thinks she's in De La Soul or something.
Yeah.
Spinning back that vinyl.
I've been known.
You have been known. Let's talk about today because today we have a true star on the show today.
Broadway royalty, I feel.
And I just bumped into them and said hello outside, and I've never met them before. Get ready for the outfit. Get ready for the outfit. You know, like certain people are just like, of course, you had to be famous.
Yeah.
Or something would have been terrible in the world.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't have just like worked in Wix.
But let me answer this question.
Like it just
Could
couldn't
Mish
have happened.
carry off his outfit today?
Only Billy Port's can carry off this outfit.
Okay, all
Billy
right.
Port's going to join us in a second. The look is fantastic, and they already are oozing that star thing.
Marvellous.
But in a really, not in a scary Madonna way, in like a really generous way.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah. Charm instant like that.
Always. I imagined him being charming. I imagined.
Very.
Hey.
Anyway, before we
Back to
welcome
Dish.
Billy Porter in, let's hear from Erin. Hi, Erin. Hi, Nick and Angela. Whenever I try to make something like a pad thai or noodle wok meal, I feel the recipes say toss noodles. Mine either stay as one big glob or they stick and burn to the pan. How do you toss things together so they seem like a cohesive dish?
I think you either haven't got enough liquid in your noodle dish, so that's why they'd stick to the pan and they're burning. And two, I don't know whether your ratio of sauce to noodles is correct, because if there's too many noodles, they're going to stick and congeal together, and there's not enough sauce to split them up. So,
What do you call these things?
tongs?
Tongs. May I suggest a tong?
A tong?
To sort of mix everything, because
Yeah.
you want the noodles ingrained.
She should
like,
be, and are you doing it in a pan like a wok?
Right.
Because actually you want a
One of
sort
them.
of round-sided pan that you actually
A
toss
stab.
it.
Oh, a
Yeah, you
toss,
toss
yeah.
it. If you're doing it in a saucepan, they're always going to stick. You need the right pan
You need
in
a
that
wok.
instance.
And is it true that you don't clean a wok?
No, you just wipe it.
With what?
Just a cloth, like a kitchen roll with a bit
But
of
does it
oil.
not stink?
No, it's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well.
All right. Should we get our guest Billy Porter in?
Yes, let's get him
do
on.
it.
Hello. Hi, welcome. Hello. I'm saying welcome to you. No, hello, thank you. How are you?
Thanks for having us.
Hi. Lovely to meet you.
You're
Thank
absolutely
you.
gorgeous.
I dressed up for y'all.
Yeah,
did.
I love that. I love it.
And I brought a little something just in case I get
Oh,
hot.
I see that.
You know, just a little
love that.
self-promo, if you will.
Have a sit down over there. Come on, love.
I would love some sparkling water.
yeah.
Sparkling like me.
Yes. Time to welcome our guest to the show for today, an award-winning star of stage and screen. And we're talking big awards, not those rubbish ones. We're talking Emmys, we're talking Grammys, we're talking Tonys. A round of applause, please, for the one and only Billy Porter. Real awards.
Thank you.
Billy
Amazing.
Porter, welcome to Dish.
Thank you
welcome.
for having me.
You look fabulous.
You look
Thank
fab.
you.
Yeah.
I clean up okay,
Yeah,
right?
you look good.
More than okay, I think.
Yeah, you look good. I got ready. I was like, maybe this is nice. And then Billy Porter, I'm like, oh no. We're doing a cocktail. Cheers.
Yes, please.
Welcome. We did your margarita. 'cause
Cheers,
we heard you
yes.
Cheers. Welcome.
Cheers.
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 I'm glad I said yes.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Oh, lovely. Very nicely made, Nick.
Ooh, honey.
That's good.
fiery lime margarita. My darlings. I'm in London, so if I slip into my hybrid, you know, I always said I was a hot, mighty white woman in a previous life. So I've been doing this my whole life. So if I slip, you know, now that I'm here for real,
let it out.
Sometimes I slip into it. Don't think I'm taking the piss.
No,
I'm not.
It's respectful.
It's respectful, and I love it.
How long have you been here now? Have you arrived? And are you here now for the show?
Yes, I'm here for Cabaret, making my West End debut. I love it here. I've been spending a lot of time here over the last few years. Y'all sort of understand me, and I like it. And I've always wanted to do the West End, and I've just been waiting for the right time, and it's the right time now.
Yeah.
And it's exciting. We've been here since December 19th. Oh, wow. Y'all really believe in Christmas over here.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Don't try to get your internet fixed. From the 19th of December to the 6th of January.
Oh, you're a true Brit. You know exactly what's going on.
You know, we were like, you know, because, I mean, Christmas is Christmas in America, but y'all...
Thanksgiving's your big thing.
Thanksgiving is no, Christmas is a big thing too. Yeah. However...
Things work.
Everything is still open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like what I realized over here talking to my British theater friends, you know, the tube shuts down. So they can't get there. So you're off on Christmas. And you're off on Boxing Day, whatever that means. I mean, I went and did the research, so I know what it means, which it's really sweet.
Yeah.
Ish, I guess.
It's a bit. Yeah.
You know, the servants get a day off. Okay.
What's nice?
Yeah, it's nice. I just love it. I love it. Rehearsals are going so well. And, you know, for me, you know, Toni Morrison says this is precisely the time when artists go to work. You know, there's no room for fear. Like, it's a beautiful quote that I have really built my intention on in my career. And to be doing Cabaret right now, you know, with its message of warning. You know, it's really a warning. It's really a reminder about how we can descend into madness if we're not careful. It's really powerful for me to be here telling this story and reminding the world we got to come together again, and we have to remember, you know, love is first.
Well, I'm very excited. I didn't see Cabaret yet. So
you haven't seen it yet?
Excited.
She's been waiting for Billy Porter.
I'm waiting for
She said, I refuse to go.
I'm not going until Billy is over here. So now you.
She's like, sorry, Eddie Redmayne. Redmayne.
Stick with the jackal. Don't worry about it.
Well, it's me and Marisha Wallace.
Yes.
Who's another African-American woman who now has transplanted here. And she's an actual
transplanted. I love.
Well, transplanted, is that right?
Yeah, I like
and she, you know, she came over about a decade ago to do Dreamgirls, and she actually stayed, and she's now twice Olivier nominated, once for Oklahoma and once for that most recent Immersive Guys and Dolls, and she's the toast of the West End, and so it's two Black people in these roles, in particular, for the first time in the 60-plus year history of this musical in a commercial production. And it's very powerful. You know, it's a really, really powerful place to be. I remember the last revival with Sam Mendes as director and Alan Cumming as the MC, and it was the late 90s, probably around 98, 99, and every single one of my Caucasian colleagues were cycled into this role. And I asked to audition. And it was a swift and unequivocal no.
Really?
And the reason that they gave me was, that's not the story we're telling. And I thought to myself, you're not telling a story of racism and oppression. Okay. So, and I've always been an activist, and I don't take no for an answer. And I did some research, and I found a book called Destined to Witness, Growing Up Black in Nazi Germany. And I sent it to the entire creative team, signed, we were there. We are always there. I've been waiting to play this role since the 90s.
Yes. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And
it could not be a better time than right now.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel ahead of, once you've achieved something like this and the role is yours and you're into rehearsals, how do you feel ahead of, it happening? Do you get nervous? Do you get the stage fright?
Baby. Let me say first and foremost. I've moved into film and television recently.
You have, yes.
And I haven't been on stage in like 8 years.
Wow.
So you want to talk about the actor's nightmare dreams I'm having right now? Those dreams where you're like, oh, you're thrown on stage and you don't know the role. Yeah. Or, you're late and you're like in a maze somewhere and you can't find your way out and you're not going to make it to a curtain on time. I've been having those dreams. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God. But the process for me is my favorite part.
Right.
I'm having the time of my life.
You can tell. You love this. And it's such an interesting thing to do, to go into something like Cabaret and get the opportunity to redo it and to rework it and to reimagine it.
Yeah.
Really is. When can we see it? When do you kick off? When's opening night?
So we start performances on January 27th.
Yes.
You all call it Gala Night, right?
Okay, the opening night.
Gala Night. Yeah. We call it opening Gala Night. For us is February 13th. We close on May 25th.
So it's a long stint. It's a good,
Yeah, and then I'm staying for another month to direct a new play.
Wow.
That is making its world premiere at the Soho Theater. A new Harrison David Rivers play called This Bitter Earth. Listen, I'm trying to stay here.
We sense that.
Because I don't know what the hell is going on over there. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
I'm staying here.
I'm going to stay here for a minute.
Yeah.
Until y'all catch a cold.
And she's cracking that champagne.
Yes,
Thank you, Ange.
Ask and you shall receive, honey.
Andrew,
they asked me a month ago what I wanted to eat. I was like, y'all need to know that now.
Was that a month? I never know when you get asked.
No, it was like the day after Thanksgiving. Yeah. I was like, it is November 25th. You really need my menu right now? For January 9th?
I've never thought that.
But now I understand.
Yes. No, we went for Greek because we heard you enjoyed Greek food.
Yeah.
I love a Greek moment.
You love a Greek moment. Tell us about your Greek moment. Did you go in the summer?
This summer, my sister and I went to Greece, to Mykonos, to film a show called My Happy Place.
Oh, wow.
It's celebrities who go to places that are their happy place. And for me, I didn't travel much as a kid. We weren't wealthy. We were sort of poor, and we didn't travel a lot. And so, one of the first places out of the country that I went was Mykonos. And it was just so magical and so fun. And also what I love about Greek food is that it's clean. It's just very healthy.
Yeah. Nice and light.
Yes.
Olive oil,
Yes.
not heavy.
Yes. Yeah. What have we got going on here?
So
what we do have is a Greek chicken with orzo. A great friend of mine, Dana Henry, it's her recipe. So a whole chicken cooked down with orzo, finished with some parsley, some dried oregano, and then it has
oregano.
Oh, we love oregano.
What is it? Oregano.
Oregano. Oh, see, you did the American. Oregano. Oregano.
And what's the other? Cilantro.
Cilantro. But what do you say? Cilantro?
We say coriander.
Oh, right. Coriander.
Yeah.
Coriander.
Cilantro.
You also say
sounds so exotic to me.
You also say rocket.
Rocket. What do you call it?
Arugula.
Yeah, rocket's crazy.
Rocket is what shoots to the moon, y'all.
Yeah, rocket. So come on, someone.
So, and then we have a stuffing. So we're stuffed inside the chicken. We had a stuffing with a piece of bread, tomato, garlic, olive oil, and a little bit of oregano in there as well. Oregano now.
Oregano.
No, I want you to say oregano.
Oregano.
Oh my God.
Is it good?
Seasoned food in England. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Where have you been eating that nothing's seasoned?
No, it's not nothing seasoned.
Okay.
You all have gotten better since the 20 years ago. But I will say, y'all don't mind putting some olive oil on something and roasting it with no salt and pepper.
Desperate to know where Billy's eating. Desperate to know.
You gotta give me this menu. You gotta give me this
I'll cook it for you.
recipe. No, I cook it myself. I cooked my first Sunday roast on a Tuesday.
Did you?
New Year's Eve.
Oh my God, how was it?
How was it, Mary Martha?
It was good.
Yeah.
You have Yorkshire pudding.
Yes, Yorkshire puddings. Wow.
Yorkshire pudding from the freezer.
Yeah, I do that. I do that.
I didn't do Yorkshire pudding
Yeah, I
myself.
do that too. It's a faff, the hot fat. It's dangerous.
And it's not pudding,
Yeah, it's not.
Americans.
Yeah.
It's not pudding, it's a piece of bread.
Yeah, that's true. It is.
You can answer this question for me. This is amazing.
This
I
is
want to know
delicious.
what makes it a Greek
And you
chicken.
know the other thing is the feta cheese that I forgot to mention. It's the feta in the stuffing, so that gives it a real saltiness.
I like a feta cheese.
There you go, you see. Ticking all the boxes here.
Yeah, that is a nice moist
Yeah.
chicken. What was your key to smashing this, Ange? Years of experience. Being one of the world's top Michelin star chefs.
Diana's great recipe. No, it's just a good chicken. You know, just don't overcomplicate it. Keep it nice and simple. And it's all the right flavours. You've got oregano, you've got tomatoes, you've got feta. They all work
The
together.
orzo as well is nice,
Yeah,
all
and the
soft.
orzo.
And it's like chicken's friend orzo,
But
isn't
what
it?
do you do? What do you do with the skin? Do you put
I put it in the
anything
neck.
under it?
No, just seasoned up the skin, olive oil and salt.
So it's only salt and pepper and oregano on the chicken?
Yeah, only salt
Wow.
and pepper, yeah.
That is
And how
good.
do you keep the chicken moist
Because
and
what-
then flavorful? Is it the stuffing in the neck that flavors
And
it?
it's also, we cook in the orzo with the chicken in the pot. So then you pour chicken stock on. So that gives it even more moisture. So all the fat from the skin goes in the orzo and the stock
then it
keeps
bubbles
it
back
nice
up.
and moist. Yeah, that's why.
Work it out, honey.
Yeah.
I loved when we asked your food likes and dislikes last Easter. We found out that you like Greek food. We found out you like grilled chicken. We found out you like veggies. But my favorite thing was we got to the drink section and the quote here is, drinks champagne like water. Obsessed with that
Yeah.
quote. So we're going to have a champagne with our meal. What is the champagne pairing,
It's
Ange?
fabulous. Le Mesnil Grand Cru, Blanc de Blanc. Enjoy, Billy. Cheers.
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 Cheers, Billy. Welcome. Cheers, Ange. Here we go.
And we do have a wine pairing.
There is a wine pairing, which is it's Greek. I got my Greek friend
friend.
Dino to tell me how to pronounce this, but obviously I forgot because I've been distracted by Billy Porter and Angela Hartnett. So it's a Malagusia. Is how he said to pronounce it, which you can find all the information on Waitrose.com rather than me butcher the Greek language, don't you think? If you want to try this recipe or get the wine, Waitrose.com/dish recipes is where you get all the information.
Child, I'm gonna watch this all the time. I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah, it's good. We love it.
I love this.
You like
thing.
this? Yeah.
Come back.
I didn't know I was coming here to eat.
Oh.
Did you not?
No, child, I'm a point and click.
Yeah.
I don't ask no questions.
You just go.
I look at my schedule. I'm like, I'm going to the dish. Dish means, you know,
You're like, I'm there.
dish in the dirt is
Yeah.
what we do in America. So I was like, oh, I guess I'm going to dish with somebody. So the question for you,
Yeah.
it's an artichoke question.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
So I went to a very posh restaurant
Yeah.
in, what's the movie? Hill.
Notting Hill.
Notting Hill. And I ordered artichokes.
Yeah.
Grilled artichokes. They come out. I look at the plate, like, this looks like potatoes.
Right.
Put it in my mouth. This is a potato. I'm like, no, these are the artichokes. I'm like, this is a potato. They're like, oh, they're Jerusalem artichokes.
Oh, yeah.
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 So, like Yorkshire pudding is a piece of bread,
Yeah.
a Jerusalem artichoke is a potato.
I'm with you, Billy.
You're not wrong.
You're not pulling. You're not pulling.
And then somebody was like, oh, well, yeah, Jerusalem artichokes are grown under the ground. And you're
Like a
talking
potato.
about like a potato.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And you're thinking about the one that's grown above ground.
Yeah.
I'm like, so why are you looking at me like I'm Boo Boo the Clown?
What What's the thing though your grandmother and mother taught you that you'll always have create as their dish?
As a dish?
Is there something that you just associate my mother's, whether it's a chicken or mac and cheese?
My grandmother's deviled eggs.
Oh.
She didn't use mayonnaise.
Right, okay. So what did she do?
I didn't know from mayonnaise deviled eggs until I started eating deviled eggs from white people. I just didn't know that they had mayonnaise in them.
Yeah.
And I'm not a huge mayonnaise fan, so I'd look at it and I'm like, that's gooey.
Yeah.
That's that creamy thing I don't like.
Yeah.
My mom, grandma used, what was it, Mary Martha Coleman's?
Coleman's mustard.
Coleman's dry mustard.
Okay, yeah, powdered mustard, yeah.
The powdered mustard, and then
Butter. Apple cider vinegar. Salt and pepper,
and that's it, right?
Wow.
And it's like, still to this day, my sister makes them all the time, and it makes me.
Yeah. Weak probably now.
Yeah, it's the greatest, and nobody really makes them like that.
No.
Yeah.
So it's
mayonnaise.
has a bite.
Oh
It
yeah.
has a little bite to it.
You need that with the soft egg.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
rather than mayo and eggs to be like,
And then there's the macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
Because I will eat my grandmother's, my mother's, my great aunts, my sisters, and most anybody black macaroni and cheese because it's baked.
Yeah.
And it's like a piece of cake.
Yeah.
So it's coagulated
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
cut it and it's
Yes.
like a piece of cake.
Yeah,
So the cheese is not gooey.
Yeah.
It's you can cut through it and it uses like 3 different kinds of cheeses. I like a sharp cheese. I like a sharp cheese hard on a cracker. I like that.
Yeah.
I like an aged Parmesan.
Let's talk about the life and times of Billy
Yes.
Porter, please. I'm going to go way back. I want to go back to the career beginnings. I want you to tell us, Billy, I was saying before you came in, and I'd love to say it to your face right now, you are truly a star, and you have that, instant charisma. And I was just saying before you joined us, like, Billy Porter is someone that I'm like, well, of course they have to be famous. Like, we all have to enjoy this. Did you have a need in you when you were younger? Was there a feeling that you wanted to do something, to perform, to be on stage?
Yeah, I started singing in church when I was about 5. I was always a little sissy boy. I called myself a church sissy in my memoir. Unprotected. Anywhere you can find books. I actually do the audiobook myself.
Like that.
But I talk about like being bullied and like the relentless bullying. And I didn't know that I had anything because I couldn't play sports and, I talked like a white woman from England. I just didn't know, and then in the 5th grade, there was a talent show.
Yeah.
And I signed up for the talent show and I sang and I won. And this is back when like the bullies cared if you had talent or something.
Right, yeah.
If you had talent, they left you alone. They don't give a now, but then, and so the bullying stopped and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Then I went to 6th grade and there was an after school program. I was like, oh, musical, I might be able to sing. And that was when I was introduced to the musical. It wasn't like I sang in church, but it was fun. There was never a thought that you made a living doing anything like this. And then in the same year, I was taken to see the national tour of The Wiz, and there were a bunch of black people on stage doing it. And I'm like, and then it was the year of Dreamgirls.
Oh, wow.
And the Tony Awards was on, and
Yeah.
I didn't know what Tony was. And I was washing my dishes in the Sunday dishes, and I turned around and there is Jennifer Holliday, and she launches into, and I'm telling you, and I'm not going, and I was like it was like the calling hit me.
Yeah.
And at that point, growing up in the church, inside of that bubble, the only thing they understand is preacher man. So I was labeled Lil Preacher Man because they felt something special about me. And I preached my first and last sermon around 10 or 11 years old. This was all the same time. I got up and I preached and I was like, not like that.
Yeah.
And Mom was great. She was like, you don't have to do it. And then this happened. And it was like, no, that is my calling. theater is the original love. Theater is the original space that lifted me up and taught me how to dream beyond my circumstance.
But that's quite really brave of your mother, given her circumstances, from what you're saying. If
She was a
wasn't
church woman.
to actually let you go off, because she could have, your sister in a way did what the family thing, and they allowed you to just go and be you, as Nick said,
Well, she, my mother was the greatest woman who ever walked the face of this earth. She is the personification. She was the personification of what true Christianity means. She didn't understand me. She didn't understand my gayness. She didn't understand this theater thing. She didn't understand any of it. And yet and still, she was my biggest supporter. She said, whatever God has called you to do, and I believe you when you say that to me.
Yeah.
Go do that. And I'm so grateful that she lived long enough to see the fruits of her labor. Because it wasn't easy for her. Her community was not kind to her. They would call her on her telephone and tell her that she was going to burn in the fiery pits of hell for loving her gay son. And she did it anyway. She loved me and us and our community anyway. We were all her children. All of my friends were her children.
It's an incredible woman.
I would not be the human being I am today, my sister and I, if it wasn't for my mother.
Wow. What an amazing moment.
I wouldn't be able, to reach the people like I do.
Well, she's in you. You can see it, you can feel it. I think we need to salute you.
We do.
Yes.
That's her legacy in you.
that's-
It
Yes.
is. Cheers, Billy.
And
Cheers.
sister.
And cheers to you.
Cheers,
And a round of applause for Billy and my mum. Come on. But that legacy is, she instilled that in you, and you're out here, you're living it, you're spreading the word, and that's amazing. It really
incredibly
is.
proud.
And
incredibly
she really
proud.
got to see it.
Yeah. I love that she got to see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She got to see the Tony. She got to see the Grammy. She got to see the Emmy. And then the last 8 years of her life, she ended up at the Actors Fund Nursing Home in Inglewood, New Jersey, which was like 20 minutes, a half an hour from me and my sis. And because she wasn't in the business, she didn't really realize, and this is before like the television and the fashion and all of this, but like I'd been in the theater business and everybody knew me for like 28 years at that point, right? So she's at the Actors Fund Nursing Home with all of these old theater people and blah, 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 blah. And like 4 or 5 months in, she called me and she said, son, these people have found out that I am your mother, and these white people are losing their minds. She's like, who are you?
And Billy Porter, I want to talk to you about Star Search. Because Star Search, an iconic bit of American television.
So many are on it.
So many people, loads of people like Usher and Rosie O'Donnell, Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears. Tell everyone who's...
Beyonce.
What?
I didn't know.
What? Was it? Wow. She's good. Yeah.
She's done all right.
She's doing all right. So tell everyone, for those who don't know, Star Search.
What it is. Yeah.
What it is.
My generation's version of American Idol.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Or The Voice. Or it was a competition show, but it wasn't just singing. And I was on in its 10th season. So you know what American Idol was like in its 10th season. The shine is off the bloom. Or wait, the bloom is off the rose. Or whatever. I don't know. But I won. And it was $100,000. I was in Miss Saigon at the time.
Right.
I took my vacation, my 1 week vacation, to go out to Los Angeles. And so I came back with $100,000.
Come on.
Which I went out there to get. I went out there to get it.
Brilliant.
I also want to talk to you about your debut album, your first record that you released. It was called Untitled.
Yes.
In 1997. But tell us what happened, because I love this story. On the day it was released, there's something happened in your life which was sort of terrible timing, really.
Yeah.
So I had put off jury duty for several times longer than you're allowed to.
Yeah, sure.
And they were like, you will come to jury duty or we will throw you in jail. So I went to jury duty on the day that my album was released.
Can I put my albums out?
And I
Get
brought
to
it-
jury duty.
And I brought
another
it,
trial.
and it was a CD still at that time. So I brought a CD and a Sharpie. And they said,
For the murderer.
anybody who says they can't do this, raise your hand. I was like,
Yeah.
so they bring us into the room with the judge. The judge is a black woman.
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. And I said, well, Your Honor, my album is released today. And, you know, I'm hoping to be able to go do a lot of press and stuff for it. And she was like, show me.
Oh.
All of a sudden, she was a black girl. She was a round the way black girl. She was like, I seen you on BET. Just the robe and she was like, you can sing, son. I said, well, I brought a CD for you. She said, sign that. And I handed it to her. She's like, go ahead. Go ahead.
And you're just straight
It was
out
sweet.
there.
It was sweet. I wish I knew who she was. Maybe she'll listen and hear it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that
That's
story.
brilliant.
And then also, didn't Bette Midler hear it?
Yes.
And fall in love with it? Or she saw you perform and loved it?
Jennifer Lewis.
Yes.
Yeah.
The actress, Jennifer Lewis, the black mother of Hollywood, was a harlot for Bette Midler in her early career.
Right.
I think she was turning 40 or something, and she had a big birthday party at Denise Rich's house. And she was funding the label that I was a part of.
Right.
So she would always throw these parties. So she threw Jennifer Lewis a party. I sang Love Is On The Way
Wow. Yeah.
at the party. Bette Midler was in a corner around, and she heard it, and she said, and she summoned me, and I went up, and Jennifer was like, Bette wants to see you. And she takes me around the thing, and she was like, I'll never forget it, you know. And she, no, she didn't say that to me. But I'm like, Bette Midler, she's like, that song is amazing. I'm doing this movie called
First
Wives Club.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think it would be perfect for the movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And it was a song that I was fighting with the label
Right.
about whether it was good for me or not. They had originally written it for Celine Dion. And they submitted it to Celine Dion, and Celine Dion passed on it. So then they brought it to me and asked me to sing it as a demo, the production company, so that they could have a female voice on it and a male voice on it, just in case like somebody like Michael Bolton wanted to sing it or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
And I heard it and I was like, no, this song is for me. And they're like, And I'm like, no, it's for me.
Yeah.
And then I just
It's me.
and then I just started singing it.
Yeah.
And I just started
Owned
singing
it.
it.
You
I just
owned it.
started singing it everywhere. And so then this happened. This happened, and I was like, see,
Bette Midler
it's my
says.
song. But
my
get
song.
this. Celine Dion goes to see the First Wives Club and hears the song and decides she wants to sing it.
Oh!
That Dion.
That's a whole nother story. You got to get the finish to that in the book. Unprotected.
We come to the end of the show question, and for this momentous occasion, Billy Porter has donned a hat. Clap the hat, everybody. Clap the hat.
I am a black woman from the Pentecostal church. If you have never seen it, we call them crowns, darling.
It's a crown. Billy Porter, your end of show question. Here we go. No expense spared.
She comes in an envelope.
In an envelope, a gold one,
You will win prizes.
for your chance
goodness.
to win.
Y'all got a bottle of champagne
Yeah.
for me in
I'm
here?
all, of course,
Ooh,
I'm
a Waitrose bag?
Yeah.
You got it all.
It's
You
all
got
in
some
there.
coupons in there for me? Okay. Hi, Billy. Thank you for coming on Dish. We trust you had a fun time. For the Waitrose goodie bag, we come to you asking for advice. We've already broken all of our New Year's resolutions, and summer seems ages away. What advice can you give us to take into the rest of the day, month, and 2025? Thanks, Team Dish. Okay, I'm gonna get a little serious now.
Okay.
But in like a lighthearted way, hopefully. Self-care. Take care of yourself. You know, I've been an activist my whole life. Born in 1969. Came out as gay in 1985 at 16 years old. Went straight to the front lines to fight for our lives. Marriage equality, justice, equality, fighting. I'm 55 years old, and I have spent my entire life taking care of everybody else. And I need to spend some time taking care of me and my own. Take care of yourself and your own. That doesn't mean that you don't engage. That doesn't mean that you don't give to others, but make sure that you put your oxygen mask on. You can't do anything for anybody else until you can breathe yourself.
Very true.
Wise words. Billy Porter, everybody.
Yes.
The bag is yours. Wait, this morning I was obsessed with Billy Porter before I'd met you, and now I'm obsessed. Like, obsessed. A round of applause. Billy Porter, everybody! Like, obsessed. Thank you, Billy Porter.
Thank you.
Incredible.
That was
It's been
fab.
so
That was
brilliant.
fun.
Right?